Hello fellow builders, Crystal Run County welcomes you back to another video. In the last episode, the businesses in this area relocated to new homes, freeing up the land for redevelopment. This coincides with the ratification of a new government constitution forming Crystal Run County, which is comprised of Crystal Rapids, Bir Darul Run, and Mystic Haven. Today we're breaking ground for the new county airport that will be integral in the flourishment of the county for generations to come. First, I need to relocate some services and make sure they're connected to the rest of the city. I'll be using the airport DLC to build the airport. So first I'm going to use the airport painting tool to paint out the area. I like to use the modern terminal. This is going to be a modest airport with maybe 2 or 3 small airplane stands and maybe a medium and a large, just to bring some variety in the planes that utilize the airport. I'm going to have the runway run along the river. I'm going to use some leisure assets and unique buildings just to build a nice entranceway into the airport. I'll also zone in some parking lots, and I think I'll also add the airport museum and headquarters in the same area, and maybe one of the hotels. It's looking good so far. I like the airport headquarters across from the airport. Looks nice. Let's go ahead and put some stands in. I'm going to make this just a little bit longer so I can fit in a medium airplane stand. And I'm going to have that stand kind of diagonally, so we'll add a little bit more concord. Let's go ahead and get the taxiway in. That should do pretty well. I'm going to use the aviation club on the other side of the runway as part of this build, as well as add the medical, police, and fire helicopter depots. And after a few manipulations and tricks with the road, this is what it looks like. It looks good. I also added the train station from the airport's DLC to the end of the Concorde. Now let's go ahead and work in this area on the far side of the runway and build a nice hangar, fueling, kind of plane storage area. Help build up the attractiveness so I can get the airport up to 3 stars, as well as make the airport have a little bit more substantial feel to it. And the way I'm going to set this up is we'll have 2 of the fueling things in the middle and kind of hangars and planes on the outside. Let's go ahead and work on the water side of this. It's looking pretty good so far. This is where I wish we had a way to either paint concrete or just, even if they had the little tiles that you get with the Park Life DLC, have a little concrete tile that you could just snap together to help create the concrete, fill in these like little gaps that you get. Because of course, for whatever reason, when they designed the airport DLC, they decided to make different shapes and sizes so that things don't necessarily fit perfectly. But that's neither here nor there. It's still a fun DLC to play with. And we're done. That was a real quick build. Let's go ahead and take a look at it and see how it turned out. First, let's just take a nice flyby of it and just see how it looks. I think it turned out really well. It took maybe 2 or 3 hours to build after all the detailing and everything was done. See how the airport itself is doing. I think at this point in the city's life, we're around 25,000 citizens. So the city isn't that large, and I don't anticipate thousands of people coming into the city. But I think, if I remember right, we're bringing in somewhere between 500 and 800 passengers, which is pretty good. I have the ticket price set to around $100. It's making some decent money. The front of the airport looks really nice. I really do like how the airport museum allows you to snap paths to it, so people are actually walking around the areas because there are some paths in here. It goes really well with the headquarters. As you can see, I added a little bit taller hotel across from the airport, and we got some parking and a couple interesting trees in here and tree patterns. There's double fencing in here. The hotel has the amusement park fence, and of course the airport fence is on the outside. And it's cool when you do get the multiple layers of fencing. By the airport train station, we have a water retention area to provide a place for the rainwater to go and keep it off the taxiway and runway. The train station utilizes both sides of the platform. There's one train that runs from the airport to the station in Bir Darul Run, and there's another train that connects the other side of the platform that runs to Crystal Rapids. I also experimented with the 4-lane airport cargo road, just a little short segment of it to kind of create guardhouse. There's pathing that connects the airport down towards the water where we have our ferry. Still working on that area. We have a power substation next to the fire helicopter depot. And there's just different pathing running throughout the airport just to make it look like it's a busy place. I really like how the hangar and the kind of storage and fueling area turned out. It does bring a lot of size and feel to the airport. Along all the airport edges, I have the dirt pathing with the fencing just to indicate like a patrol route. So maybe airport security patrols the fence line, every so many hours to make sure it's not cut. People aren't trying to sneak into the airport and do nefarious things. Let's just take one more look at the airport. The rumors of a new town have been confirmed, and the development of Hillside Estates has started. The developer started surveying the area looking for a suitable spot for a world-class golf course. We'll have to check back next episode to see how that's progressing. Until then, I wish you the best and brightest cities you can build, and as always, happy building.